Why did thousands of Americans suddenly start Googling the bubonic plague in 2025 like it was the end of the world? Just imagine this: you're sipping coffee, casually scrolling through the news, and you see bubonic plague trending nationwide. Wait, what? Isn't that the medieval disease that wiped out millions in the 1300s? Suddenly, your mind races. Has it come back? Has someone discovered a new outbreak? Could we be standing at the edge of another pandemic? What sparked this sudden obsession? And why are so many people in the US terrified all over again? In a world already shaken by past health scares, even a whisper of the word plague sends shockwaves through our collective consciousness. But this time, it's not just a whisper, it's a siren. Let's go deep. It all began when a series of Google Trends reports lit up with an alarming spike in searches for the Black Death. Major news outlets didn't cover it at first. Social media, however, exploded. TikTok creators, Reddit threads, X, formerly Twitter, users, everyone started speculating. Was there a secret outbreak in a small town? Did a patient in isolation test positive for Yersinia pestis, the plague-causing bacteria? Or was it something even darker, a government cover-up, a misreported case, or biological research gone wrong? Some pointed to mysterious posts on forums detailing strange symptoms in remote areas of California and Colorado. Swollen lymph nodes, fevers, and fatigue, eerily echoing symptoms from the 14th century. These unverified reports poured gasoline on the fire. Panic clicked in. People started hoarding antibiotics. Google saw a 500% increase in searches for how to survive bubonic plague and plague symptoms. And when a Reddit post claimed a local vet in Arizona contracted a rare infection after treating a wild cat, it exploded. Whether true or not, it had millions gripped. But here's the twist: the CDC did issue a report recently, not a warning, but a quiet update, about the presence of plague bacteria in small wild rodent populations. Completely normal in isolated cases, the agency assured, but the timing of this quiet update, combined with the online chaos, was enough to stir a nationwide frenzy. Some users claimed the update had been hidden or downplayed, leading to more distrust and more speculation. This wasn't just about science anymore. It was about fear. Fear of what we don't understand. And that fear is a powerful thing. Let's remember, America has a history of reacting intensely to health scares, from H1N1 to COVID-19, monkeypox to Ebola. But the bubonic plague. That name alone carries a psychological weight unlike any other. It's death personified. It's the stuff of history books, horror stories, and apocalyptic visions. So, even the smallest whisper of it in the modern day sets alarm bells ringing in our minds. Add to that the current climate of misinformation, digital echo chambers, and institutional distrust, and you've got the perfect recipe for viral panic. But is the panic valid? Scientists say the modern plague is treatable with antibiotics and far less contagious than in medieval times. In fact, a few US cases are reported nearly every year, usually from contact with infected animals, and almost all are treated successfully. The real danger, they say, is not the plague itself, but misinformation spiraling out of control. But for the everyday viewer who saw Bubonic Plague 2025 trending on Google, those facts took a backseat. Instead, fear took the wheel. And when fear drives, rationality often crashes. Even major news outlets started scrambling, not to inform, but to catch up. Suddenly, plague became headline material again, and the public's hunger for information turned into a feeding frenzy. People searched not only symptoms, but survival guides, antibiotics, historical documentaries, and even conspiracy theories suggesting a population control agenda or a lab leak. Some fringe channels went viral suggesting this was the soft start to a new global event. Others believed the government was prepping for a new wave of lockdowns using plague as an excuse. Wild, right? Yet people clicked. And clicked. And clicked. All of this begs the question: how did something that's been around quietly in the background for centuries suddenly become a front-page topic? The answer lies in digital psychology. In today's world, fear is fuel, and algorithms love fuel. A few keywords spike, and suddenly the internet delivers more of it. More videos, more posts, more panic. Our brains are hardwired to respond to threats, And the bubonic plague is an ancient threat with a modern twist. The Google search surge in 2025 wasn't sparked by new science, it was sparked by emotion, imagination, and digital wildfire. So, what's the takeaway for you watching this? Don't dismiss this as just another weird internet trend. It reveals something far more important: how fragile our sense of security truly is, and how easily we can be pulled into panic when faced with fearsome words from the past. The plague hasn't returned in any new, terrifying form. There's no outbreak sweeping the streets. But what has returned, louder than ever, is fear. And in today's world, fear spreads faster than any disease. You need to be informed, not just about bacteria, but about behavior. Because when the internet can convince millions to search a medieval disease in a matter of hours, we need to ask, what else can it convince us to believe? Don't be caught off guard next time. Learn, question, verify. The next viral scare might not be the plague, but it will use the same tools, the same fear, and the same headlines to grip your attention. Stay curious, stay critical, and never underestimate the power of a trending topic to shape the national conversation. You didn't just watch a video. You stepped behind the curtain of what makes America panic, click, and react. And now that you've seen it, don't unsee it. The next time you see a spike in search traffic, ask yourself, what are they not telling me? And more importantly, who's benefiting from the fear?